uh, try to solve one of the problems that we seem to be having here on doing a face, and that's to maybe just give you a little heads up on how to do these proportions. This is a site, Proportions of a Head, and it is at, and I'll put this up here, it's www.artifactory.com, Portraits, Drawing Techniques, Proportions of a Head, okay? I'll put that link up, but this is basically what you're going to see when you get there. And it's going to show you basically how easy it is to put your head together. Haha. All right, this is an oval, right? And that's the one we're going to look at, a face on. Now let me be sure that you understand that as you do your self-portrait, which you're going to be getting ready to do, you're going to be looking right at the mirror. So dead giveaway you're working for a photograph is if you're smiling or looking over here, or this is, I got to see those eyes coming right at me, all right? So, and this has to be from live, looking into a mirror, all right? Looking at the front, this is kind of how it breaks down. If you draw a line halfway from the top of the head, now this is hair allowance, from the top of the head, the skull, to the chin, about halfway down, is what we call the sight eye line, okay? Now, what I do is line the corners of the eye about on that line. Now, the lids are going to make a difference as to whether that eye is angled up or down and that sort of thing. But when I do that, I'm looking at these little negative spaces under the eyebrow. But anyway, this is halfway down the eyes, okay? That ought to help you a bit. And if you think about it, about the bottom 3/4, so we're just dividing these into quarters here. The bottom 3/4, starting right here, here, and here, that's where all your features are, right? The ears kind of hit about at the eye line. Usually the bottom is real close to the bottom of where your nose is. Um, Usually, now there's a little variance there, so you look at the distance on each person as you do it, certainly yourself. Somewhere between the nose and the mouth line, that's usually, and the chin, actually the nose and the chin would usually be somewhere between, the mouth line will come in there, and usually it's about a fourth to a third of the way down. So that'll give you some kind of an idea on that too. Now, there are some instructions there. The third quarter contains most of the features. We already talked that. Final quarter, from the base of the nose right here to the chin is where the mouth will be. Just above the halfway mark, usually. That's about a third from the way from the base of the nose to the chin. All right, usually about that. But those are just little things to measure by. Now, looking straight on, usually, this is the way this is going to work too. The corner of the mouth is going to line up right with the pupil of the eye. Now, um, the closeness of the eye or the appearance of how close it is, the wideness of the mouth, tiny variances, but usually the very corner goes right with the pupil. So when you're doing this first standardization, that's a good thing to remember. Um, let's see, the space between the eye is usually equal to about the width of one eye, and that means from the white to the white. Doesn't mean all the eyeshadow and the eyelashes and all that, okay? Um, let's see, what else can I tell you that might be of a help? Usually the distance on this side of the face is about another eye width, but you know, the hairline is going to do something. You might have one of those kind of comb-over hair deals. There are different ways to check for that, but that just should give you a general idea. Here's another kind of nice way to line up that center point going up from the nostrils. This ought to be a fairly easy way to find out if the mouth is as wide as it needs to be. Here's some other ideas, and you can do another kind of one if you view from the side, and you're not going to be doing this. This is a front angle, so don't worry too much about that. Anyway, hope that gives you a little bit of an idea about these. Go to this site, check it out for yourself. Hopefully that will help you in getting your proportions right. And that's really all the work right there. Thanks very much.